It's Friday, the 18th of May 2018, and welcome to Navigating Your Day. In Jitsu, safety energy lock number 18 came into the universe meaning body consciousness, the functions affecting the human personality. So my understanding of this is that an 18 is a 9, right? And 9 is about ending a cycle in order to start a new one. So 9 actually acts as a 0. It's like a circle. It closes the circle and then it provides the springboard to launch the next one in the number sequence. So this safety energy lock 18 and its body consciousness safety energy lock 18 helps us to connect to the signals that we are constantly receiving from our physical body, and those functions then will affect our human personality. So for example, if you don't like your physical body. We all actually like 50% and don't like the other 50%. Even the most beautiful people in the world don't like 50% of their physical appearance. So if you, however, let's say have a poor, you think you have an ugly body, or you have an ugly face, or that you are not a physically beautiful person, that is going to affect your personality in that it might make you lack confidence, or it might make you timid, or it might make you think that you can't have a job that involves appearing in front of the public, or sales, or something like that. So that's how I understand the body consciousness, our consciousness of what's going on in our physiology, not just what we look like, but in our physiology, and how that is the basis of our personality, how we express ourselves. So body consciousness for me can also be being able to interpret the signals from the body, because your physical body is the only part of you that is constantly in the present. It's never in the past, it's never in the future, it's only ever in the now. And so it is feeding back to you where you might be stuck in the past or fearful of the future. It's constantly feeding back to you about what's going on within you. And your subconscious mind is runs your autonomic nervous system. And your autonomic nervous system runs all the automatic functions in your body. So one of my teachers, Dr. John DeMartini, he said, "The body never lies, the mind always does." That's why God put the clues in the body. So that body consciousness, being conscious of our body, being conscious of what the signals are from our body, understanding that we are constantly getting feedback from our subconscious, because we can't access our subconscious through our conscious mind, but we can access what's going on in our subconscious when we connect to what's going on in our physical bodies. So today we really have the opportunity to connect to that energy. Safety energy lock number 18 is on the inside of the thenar eminence of the thumb, so it's a really easy one to get to and that you can hold. So if you're trying to interpret what your body might be telling you today, then you may want to hold safety energy lock number 18. 18, of course, as I said earlier, is a 9, and 9 is about curiosity. It is about resilience. It's about it's that essence of a child, right? So children are curious. They don't know whether something is good or bad or right or wrong until they've explored it, and usually until some sort of adult has actually told them that this is a good thing or this is a bad thing. For them, it is just what it is. So 9 allows us to have the spirit of curiosity, this innocence, this wonder at the world around us, and a complete appreciation. 9 also has a highly developed intuition. So today we really can connect to our intuition so that we can connect to whatever it is best for us and is going to serve us, and through us serve others also. So 9 is about having fun, remember. 9s are engaged until they master something and then they become bored. So you might find yourself feeling dissatisfied because you're really good at what you do, for example, and it's no longer a challenge because there's no more curiosity involved. So you want to try and be like a child and explore those boundaries, push the boundaries. That's another thing that children do. So 9 is the essence of the child. So children push their boundaries. They explore beyond what seems to be safe. And today we can really connect to that energy. And of course, children know how to have fun. So fun is an important part of life. And very often we get really bogged down in the seriousness and we lose our joy because we don't actually look for the fun or do things that are fun for us. And that's the other thing, fun for us, because we often judge what is fun by what society deems is fun. So, I don't know, I'm a bit of a nerd, right? So for me, for example, sometimes preparing a workshop and finding new ideas and expressing myself creatively that way. I find that fun. Someone else might say that that's work, you know. I don't know, parties are not fun for me. I'm a nerd, right? So we must be careful that we don't actually label fun as whatever the society says is fun. It's whatever is fun for you, whatever makes you engaged, whatever keeps you connected, whatever makes you feel inspired. That is what's fun to you, and that's what we can connect with today. Of course, we have the 5 from May, and 5 is about adapting. 5 is about being good with change. 5 is about embracing change. So again, if we can push the boundaries, then we're going to find something new wherever it is that we're looking, and 5 enables us to actually embrace that change and adapt to it. 5s don't like to be hemmed in. 5s don't like to be told no. 5s don't like to have their curiosity stifled. So the 5 is really going to help that 9 today in finding intuitively what is best for it and broadening its horizons, pushing those boundaries to explore the world or yourself or the world within and without with curiosity. Of course, we've got the 2 from 2018, which is helping us focus on our emotions. It's helping us to connect deeply to how this makes us feel. It is helping us to nurture ourselves so that we can better nurture others. The hero today is the 7, and 7 in the hero position is the independent thinker, the road less traveled taker. All right, so 7s are independent. 7s ask the big questions. What is life about? Is there all that, you know, should there be more to this? What is the meaning and purpose of my life? In order to do this, 7s require some time alone. So now we've got the hero is what is the meaning and purpose of my life? And if you remember, I said 9s are deeply intuitive. And so 9s generally can cut right to the heart of the matter, because that 9 energy is not confused by what's wrong or what's right, because remember, when you're an innocent child, everything just is. It's only when you get told what's wrong and what's right, or what's right for you, or what's a correct way to behave. So that 7 in the hero position, that independent thinker, helps us to connect more deeply to the intuition of the 9, so that we can travel the path that is right for us, even if there are not many other people on it or nobody on it. And 7 is okay with being alone. So it says, you know what, we are connected to something that is much bigger than we are. And if we maintain that strong spiritual connection, it doesn't matter how lonely the path is, because we will never be alone. The villain today is also a 7. So when you have the villain and the hero as the same, they don't cancel one another out. It all just depends which one is more prevalent in the energy of the day for you, and which one you choose to focus on. So when we have 7 in the villain position, then we are afraid to push our boundaries. We're afraid to take our own path. We're afraid that we're going to be all alone and that no one's ever going to love us if we take this path that is uniquely ours. We're afraid of the unknown. We want security. We don't want to be embarrassed. We don't want to say, oh, you know, I took this road. It didn't turn out quite as I expected, so I think I'm going to choose another one. 7 is like, oh my God, if I choose the wrong road, I'm going to look like such an idiot and I can never go back. That's when you have it in the villain position. So if that's how you're feeling today, if your intuition is pushing you into a certain direction, but you're really scared that you're going to end up with egg on your face, remember, failure is nothing more than feedback. It's only deemed to be failure based on a collective opinion of other people. So failure is feedback that you need to adjust your course, because it doesn't serve you. And things don't usually look like failure right in the beginning, right? And so people judge a situation based on how it turned out. So for example, if you are married for 25 years and the last 5 years you were fairly miserable and then you got divorced, you may deem your marriage as having been a failure. Well, actually it wasn't a failure. The first 20 years were absolutely fine, and they were the path that you needed to be on. And just because it ended doesn't mean that it failed. So be aware of that energy of being too scared to put yourself out there, too scared to push your boundaries, because you're frightened that you might end up being embarrassed and have egg on your face. And rather draw on the spiritual certainty of the 7 that knows that they are divinely guided on their path, and the high intuition of the 9 that can help you connect to what is true for you. You can also hold your little finger. Safety energy lock number 18 is on the little finger, and the little finger harmonizes the small intestine and the heart organ function energy. And so it harmonizes the analytical function of the small intestine and the, shall we say, sometimes excessive optimism of the heart organ function energy, so that we have a more realistic view of things, and so that we also married the thinking and the feeling function. So the head and the heart can come together when we hold the little finger. It also harmonizes all those trying tos, having to keep up with other people, having to actually itchy nose, having to compare yourself and compete with other people, feeling like you have to measure up to what other people are doing. The little finger helps us to strip off the masks of pretense, to be who we really are, and to stop comparing and competing with others. Emerson said that imitation is, envy. I forgot the quote. Here it comes. Envy is ignorance. Imitation is suicide. That's right. So when we are jealous of other people, it's because we are ignorant of the fact that what they have, we already have. It's within us. We're just not recognizing it in our form. And when we try and imitate others and be who we are not, then we end up killing who we are. So hold your little finger, be who you are, take the road less traveled, connect to your intuition today. Hope you have an amazing Friday, and I'll speak to you again tomorrow.